Thanks for watching The 9.
Welcome back. Hard to believe it, but it's true. Yesterday was the first day of spring, and with the new season comes, of course, some new things to keep in mind when it comes to our pets. Our BFF, Mike Palmer, is here to tell us a little bit more about what's new this spring season and how we can just make sure our dogs are healthy, happy, our cats, birds, whatever you have. Mike's the guy
we can cover it all. Yes. Thanks for having me.
Great to always have you in.
Thank you. So actually Sunday is National Puppy Day.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, so we're going to talk puppies and the right things to do to equip your house and get yourself mentally prepared for having a puppy in the house. A lot of people may have new puppies now or planning on getting one, so there's some things to really keep in mind.
Okay.
What you want to do is prepare the house for sure. If you have another dog in the house, one thing I've always recommended and suggested is have that new pup meet that new dog, meet your existing dog in neutral territory, neutral ground, maybe if it's down the street, somewhere not in the home, and bring them in the home together. Sometimes dogs that have been in the house can become territorial. You don't want it to be an issue for the new puppy or the new dog that you're bringing in. Crate training is key, so to your right, we've got the crate there. And what's nice about crates these days, they come with a divider panel. You only want to allow the dog enough room to lay down. If you give them too much room, they'll do their thing on one end and they'll lay on the other. But if they only have enough room to lay, they'll never go to the bathroom in the crate, which is key.
Okay, this is crate training. I do have a question for you, though. Just larger dogs, once they're adults, they've had the training, you keep the crate. Do you still want that crate to be a tight fit just for laying down? Hamptons is kind of like a little palace now.
Sure.
But that's where he stays when I'm gone. Yeah. Does he need to go back to the...
No, it's a great question. So if you're confident and comfortable that the dog is completely housebroken and there's not going to be any issues or accidents, you can give them full run of that crate.
Okay.
Leave it open. It becomes a safe haven for them, a place they want to retreat to, and they really like that. It's like a natural den for them, for sure. So for some people that can't have the opportunity to have the dogs go outside, having housebreaking pads and pee pads is something good. If you're in a high rise, if you're maybe a little older and it's tough to get outside, it's not something I recommend doing if ultimately the goal is to have them go outside. But what's key in all training and every training, especially housebreaking, is positive praise and positive reinforcement.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that when the dog does something good, you're there with a high-pitched voice, you get really excited.
All right, good boy.
That's it. And you have a treat for them.
Okay.
This is key. Now, if they make an accident in the house, and it's bound to happen, you don't want to get upset. It's probably after the fact. They will have no idea why you're mad at them other than the fact that you're just mad.
Is that true?
It is.
Why
and
do they forget so fast?
Well, it's just kind of like a short-term memory.
How convenient.
So if you're catching them in the act, though, get them up, get them outside, and make sure that they know that's where they need to go. And consistency is key with that. Just like if they're chewing something in the house, if it's your shoes or if it's the molding or furniture, make sure you tell them no, but then put something in their mouth that they can chew that is okay for them to do so.
Okay.
That way they know the difference between what is okay to chew and what's not.
All right.
And keeping them busy is key. They've got a lot of energy. Making sure you're going on regular walks, having poop bags is important. That way they exert that energy and they're not as disobedient, if you will. But obviously there's some essentials. Having a good leash and collar. The collar should only be used for identification tag. You want to make sure that's important in case they happen to get away. You want to walk them on a harness, but keep the collar for ID. Having shampoos, grooming tools, toothpaste, ear cleaners. Start all these things early and make sure you back it with some type of treat so that they know it's a positive type of an experience. But if you start these habits early, you're not going to be fighting them later in life, and they're not going to hate it. They're just going to know it's part of the routine. So having good treats that are easy for them to chew is important. Something freeze-dried, something easy for them to chew on, and giving them things that are safe and puppy-friendly.
Okay, a couple things now. This is the Hampton Hour, apparently.
Sure.
Since he is an adult now, some of the toys that I give him, I got bigger toys because he's a big boy. But they seem maybe too big for his mouth. So I guess, no matter how old they are, you're looking at kind of the size of the dog. Does that make sense what I'm saying? He has one toy he can barely pick up.
Right.
I thought it was so cute at the time, but...
I think you can mix it up a little bit. Obviously, there are size-appropriate treats. There's size-appropriate toys. And making sure you do something that is okay for them. But you want to sometimes give them more of a challenge. So with treats, I always recommend erring on the side of getting something larger. So it's not something they can quickly chew or swallow if it gets really small. But with the plush toys and that, you can go bigger. Another thing I don't want to forget is food. It's really important that we have the appropriate food. Giving them puppy food for at least 12 months for that first year is key, and making sure it's the right type of food. So a large breed formula would be for a dog that would be 50 pounds or greater once full grown, and then regular puppy food, obviously, for any dog that is going to be lighter than that. But making sure that you also supplement that with fresh food and giving them things that you know, are a little more moisture content, so it's better for them long term for their organs and overall health.
We do have to go. We saw the locations up on the screen. When you say fresh food, Derek gives his can of green beans. Is that what you mean?
You can do fresh produce. You can do, there's refrigerated and frozen raw food that's in the stores that we have. 13 locations throughout Metro Detroit. Family-owned business. Come see us. Appreciate it.
There you go. We'll be right back.